Barakata Yahweh, Barakata Yahweh Shai, Barakata Yahweh, Barakata Yahweh Shai, Barakata Yahweh, Barakata Yahweh Shai. All praise unto Yahweh Shimi Hashai Bashimu Kakadash. Double honors unto the apostles of great millstone, and honors you brothers to be pushing this truth in sincerity throughout the four corners of the earth. I've got a quick hit. I'll start here within the book of 2 Ezra, the 15th chapter, and and 5. 2 Ezra 15 and 5. Behold, saith Yahweh, I will bring plagues upon the world, the sword, famine, death, and destruction. So, here's an example of the end times. And this is the Lord plaguing two large land masses, one of which is Africa and the other one is India. And this was recorded on the 20th of April 2020, as you can see here. Brothers, always check the date on your information, because sometimes I've seen it to where information is out of date. But check this out. Second wave of locusts in East Africa said to be 20 times worse. UN warns of alarming and unprecedented threat to food security. Food security, what did the scripture just say? We just read a Bible scripture saying it was going to be famines upon the world. So if it is, there was this pandemic. And now they got another plague, another pandemic, which this one is real. You can see it. Look how bad this is, man. It's going to get worse. I'm going to show you another image. And, you know, a lot of these people here, they were already on the starvation line. They was already hungry and malnutritioned. A second wave of desert locusts is threatening East Africa with estimates that it will be 20 times worse than the plague that descended 2 months ago. Somebody should get a warning for that. That's naughty. No, they didn't use no Grammarly when they were typing this out. How disappointing. Next paragraph. The locust presents an extremely alarming and unprecedented threat to the food security and livelihood, according to the United Nations. A swarm of just more than a third of a square mile can eat the same amount of food in one day as 35,000 people. And you brothers, you gotta watch something that's funny, man. If you ever want to have a good laugh at how the Most High could change things very fast, watch how fast a swarm of locusts can go through food. Watch that on YouTube. That's just that's some of the funniest shit you ever see, because that's like a besom of destruction, man. That's like a clean sweep, a clean slate of food just being wiped off of the face of the earth. They'll turn, as you can see from the numbers, but the numbers don't really do it justice, because you can't really visualize 35,000 people and 1 square mile, all of these numbers that they put there. Really, they should just put the video there and you can see it. But I've seen the videos on YouTube, and them locusts go in, and as you can see, look. Now, what you can do, you can eat these locusts. So them motherfuckers shouldn't be going. They shouldn't be going hungry. But we'll see. People don't think like that. But yeah, that's a plague. Okay, and look. More plagues. This is so we read this one. This is the Express, and this is more recent. This has been submitted on the 26th of May. Is that today? That might be today. Just find out. Yeah, that's been submitted today. A plague described as being on biblical proportions. What? Biblical proportions? I thought we don't deal with the Bible anymore, and I thought them dudes were Islamic, man. Why didn't they use a plague described as being on the same level as the Quran? Because all of these books that you have out there and all of these different religions, they don't speak about the end times, man. You ever see a Jake that turns to Islam and then he ends up in a bad predicament, really bad, You don't call no on he doesn't call no on no Allah. He runs right back onto Yahbashim Al Shai. Because all of these nations deep down, they know who the power is, man. They know who the living power is. A plague described as being on a biblical proportion, and they're letting you know we're in end time. This is an end time type event, and this is going on in two locations now. The one in April, I don't know if that's going on, but if you think about it, you grow food for a year. All right, this happened in April, May, right? Last month in East Africa, you got another biblical scale plague in in India now, in the West Indies, right? In India, sorry. So are they going to be able to recoup the damages within 1 month in East Africa? Of course not. So now you got more pressure on the global food market, and a lot of rice and a lot of different commodities come out of India because it's very good for ground, and you got good slaves there. So you got good slaves over there. So yeah, billions of locusts have been filmed swarming across India's iconic city of Jaipur, turning the sky into an eerie black. These are the signs of the end times. People don't look at this; they just think this stuff's gonna go away until their belly's empty. But these are real end time events that are happening out here, man. And it's, this is why the men of the Lord are out here telling you. So with that, I'm gonna say all praise unto Yahweh Shai Bashim Kadash. Double honors unto the apostles of Great Millstone and honor you brothers that be pushing this truth in sincerity. Shalom.